Hello and welcome to Fail Aegis, or in this point, it is called Victory Aegis. This was a rare, very exceptionally rare Aegis match. Now, as you see by the team, we've got a double hippers, double Takeos, King George, and Interprets. Very good team setup. And the end result was like, holy crap. You don't see this kind of stuff on Aegis anymore. You really don't.
Attention! This is Task Force Commander. Our transport ships have been captured. Attack the enemy and retrieve the transport ships.
I'm thinking, okay, this is going to be fun. I'm in my mask. This is going to be a fun match.
Roger. Searching for
I truly recommend the Massachusetts. Massachusetts is just one of the absolute best premiums you can buy. I didn't pick her out because I was, okay, I've got an Alabama. Why would I want a lesser accurate Massachusetts? The sad thing is, I truly believe that the Massachusetts, for them saying it was less accurate, this ship is more accurate than the Alabama. This ship I would play over the Alabama any day. I mean, look at that dispersion coming out. That does not sound like a ship that's supposed to be less accurate. And that's just overpins and solid pins. That's 12,000 damage right off the bat. How is that supposed to be less accurate? That's what I'm saying. This ship does not fit the profile of a less accurate warship. It doesn't. I get a really good solid there, like 17k. And I got triple fires. Okay, we let them burn. Because you can 100% feel backfire damage. The more damage going on me, the less it's going on my teammates. So, it's a calculated risk. But I decide, once I go dark, then I'm gonna wait. I know there's 2 DDs in there. I thought it was a Kitakaze. Just cut from the sheer amount of doctrine coming out of that. I thought it was a Kitakaze. I really thought it was a Kitakaze, but it wasn't. It was an Akatsuki, just 2 Akatsukis. Now, I do kind of cut our King George off. I feel bad for him. But he wasn't mad. At least for my toll. I was trying to take some of the fire for him. And he was really smart. He actually kind of followed me. He was like, okay, I'm going to follow this battleship. Or just turn it in with the battleship. If he had kept going straight, he would have taken torps. So he's probably kind of glad he just said, you know what, I'm just going to follow him. Or just, I have to follow him. And I usually, like I said, I usually like to sit on this island right here and let them come to me. And I thought that's what was going to happen. But I guess the team didn't want to. And this is usually where you would see people just die, and more people die. And it's like, wow. But you just see how the team is reacting. They are pushing together, and I'm just sitting there, just being like, yada, 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 doing my own thing. The reason I do that is because I've gone around that corner. And I've been sitted out by the battleships. I've lost like half my health to those guys once. Or a quarter, or at least 10,000, 20,000. I don't want to face those battleships and everything. And I'm telling them, please get back.
Attention. Transport ships detected. Destroy the escorting ships.
Now, our Turpitz is... Where is the Turpin? Oh, yeah, he's right behind me. I see it.
Attention! This is Task Force Commander. I'm up against huge enemy forces. Requesting support.
And again, I honestly thought the King George was going to die.
Roger. Aircraft proceeding to assist. Will arrive in 5 minutes.
Because, I mean, I've seen so many battleships just push out like that and get, well, farmed. I And that thing doesn't have armor. It's 25mm armor all over the place. It's HE susceptible. And we're on HE spamming maps for battleships. Even in the ye old days of tier 6. This was HE spamming map for battleships. It still is. And that's why you see 85% of the battleships die as the fire. That's why you like to stay and wait for them to come around the corner. But the team was just pushing, and then after a while, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna push. The turret is up. We're all here, and the level of coordination for a pure random div was actually very surprising. It's at this that I realized that the Turpitz is here. Everyone's here. What the hell? I'm not gonna just sit and wait. I decided to finally push. I should have been up sooner, but I was playing it based on how I've anticipated ops usually going on the side. And I think everyone who has played Aegis now knows that usually most ships will die on the second wave and against these convoys. So you want to play conservatively, but this is like one of the few times that it actually went the complete opposite and is one of those rare times. Because it makes no sense. It was like, wow. I mean, we've got an Otago that's over on the other side. He's getting the broadsides on those shots, dropping torps on him. We got a Hipper and a Decao back there, spamming torps, shooting HE. And we got 3 battleships basically going together. You don't kind of see this kind of coordination except in the division. And I'm going for the cruisers because I'd rather take out the cruisers because they're what's going to HE spam us to death. And they're doing pretty well on those battleships, honestly. They don't need my help. Torps is shooting it. King George is shooting it. I'm going to help kill these transports and help take some fire off them. A nice 32k salvo there. That was really great damage. I have my secondary sit on the far guys to help the Otago and those guys out. And I love how our Hipper is sitting behind the shores, ready to pick them up. You don't really see that often. And again, they're just hammering that Aoba. And I pick up that kill. 146,000 and climbing with the secondaries. Now, I honestly thought I was worried for the King George. I thought he had beached and he was going to take a Daka of Nagato shells. But he got really lucky. And we can look at our Otago. If I can see him. But he was still pretty healthy. And I thought, okay, Turpitz is going to push in with me. So
Cover the retreat of our transport ships.
it was like, okay, I'm going to just push. Yeah, there's the Otago. Otago's still full health. Hipper's still full health. We've got pretty good team going in to see all 7 ships still, fairly full health. Hipper's the only one that's really low in the King George.
Teammate, I need
I was thinking, okay, Turpitz, you could push in with me. Hello. You could take those Nagato shells for me. But I guess I'm the one that has to take the shells. Because, let's face it, I got better armor than he does. But again, 11,000 right to the Fuso. Or Amagi. Not bad. And I'm just kind of slowly putting in range so my secondaries start going off. But still trying to keep that angle so I don't get Citadel to death. And still 6k, but I bounced several shells. And I get lucky there. Nice. Another 11k off of them. And you see the Otago's coming up, the Hipper's moving up, the other Otago's keeping an eye on that sector of the map. The team is really acting super is really coordinated, and you don't see this kind of coordination except in the division. That's what sets this match apart. And I bounce more shells, and I get a nice 18k salvo on that with those Citadel. I'm just whittling these guys down, just sitting in range. The Otago's dropping shells, Turpitz is moving in, King George is moving in, Otago's just dropping his shells. I'm drawing, like, literally the whole fire. Oh, it looks like a Moggy's looking at the Hipper now. I get a nice, another 17k salvo on the Amagi. I don't pick up the Amagi, but the Hipper at least picks them up. So, again, right there, one of the hardest battleships is gone. And we've sunk 2 of them. And the transports are still in pretty good clearway. And we've still got 2 ships covering up. I understand the Hipper that's on the 4 line. He can't do much. He lost a lot of his health fighting the Fusos. So, that's understandable. He has to play conservatively. And I put everything on the Daka boat, the Kitakaze. Because I know that's going to be a problem.
Stations requesting fire on the designated target.
You kill the, remember on my Congress video, you kill the ship that's detecting the convoy, everything goes dark. But I'm just shooting everything because that's all I can do. I can't shoot that. I'm just going to overpin. So I go for the ships I know I can hit. I take out the cruiser so it starts turning away, and I put everything on the Kitakaze, the main Daka boat. That's going to kill everything. Fortunately, a Oba is still there helping to draw fire, and the Hipper's there drawing fire too, so the transports are fairly well protected. And a lot of the Turpitz is moving in with me. The Hipper picks up to the Kachi. Secondaries are still going off on the kit. I've got fires burning on it. It's just taking fire bit by bit. The transports are taking a little bit of fire there. Hipper does take a good torpedo, but Kita goes down and the transports will go undetected.
The ship is on fire.
See, transports are undetected now. And I'm so close now that I'm taking all the fire now. And you don't see a battleship ever get this close anymore to it. Right there. 5 stars. 5 stars on an Aegis with a pure random team. You never see that no more. That's a first. That is a first. A 5-star op with a full team of randoms. That's rare. That's very rare. Wow. 500 base XP above literally all the battleships. And I was the only one that got assistant.